Hi folks, I'm Matt and welcome to My Expanded Universe, a show where I go through the entire EU in chronological order as best I know how. Alright folks, it is time to get to the books, and we're going to go to the third book in the Coruscant Nights trilogy. This one is called Patterns of the Force by Michael Reeves. Now in this, Jax Pavin is back with Whiplash, and they're up to all crazy sort of things like, maybe plotting to kill the Emperor. Also, his group encounters a young man, a Cajun Severos, who has an uncanny connection to the Force, but it's a raw talent. Jax needs to train him, harness him, make him better. Can he reach his full potential? And a bunch of other things are going on too. This book is crazy. It's like a bunch of mini stories put together. That's not right. There is one congruent story that goes over it. The big story arc, of course, in this trilogy is Jax trying to find out more about his father, which I tell you, I-5 gives him a little bit of knowledge in the second book. Well, now in the third book, he actually gets access to some diaries from his father, Lorne, during, of course, the Shadowhunter trilogy, Shadowhunter book. Of course, this is Michael Reeves just connecting all of his books together, which I told you last time was really nice. Now we get to the third book, and you're expecting something big to happen. In fact, on the cover, you see Jax going toe-to-toe with Darth Vader, lightsaber, imano imano. That doesn't happen in the book. Nowhere near that. What happens is they do confront each other. Vader gets something, a Bota plant, which is supposed to enhance your ability in the Force. Bota is dealt with a lot in this book. There's one person who cannot get to the Force, and they think that if they get the Bota, if they eat some of the Bota plant, they will get the Force. And Vader wants to see what this is all about. And of course, when Vader takes it, he kind of has a Force overdose and freaks out or something. I don't know. It was kind of weird, to be honest, the whole Bota plant thing. I didn't really get it. But don't worry, it gets better, because at the end, Jax, of course, escapes Vader, figures out he could be Anakin Skywalker, and connects to the cosmic force, which tells him he is the destined one and he is on a mission to do what is right. Okay, so overall, the ending on this was a little wah, wah, wah. I didn't really enjoy that at all. Now, there was supposed to be a fourth book that was supposed to come out soon after this. It got delayed years later, and I'll review it in another video. But for right now, this is all we thought we had, was this trilogy, the Coruscant Nights trilogy, 3 paperback books. So looking on it just as that, what did I think? Well, a lot of good characters, a lot of interesting side stories, but then again, you're seeing some similarities between this and The Last of the Jedi series by Jude Watson. Remember, Ferris Olin kind of figuring out that Anakin is Darth Vader, and he's always escaping Vader's clutches, at least in the first few books of Jude Watson's series. This one ran very parallel with that storyline. Now, I'm not saying one person copied the other. I think two people came up with a very similar idea and went with it in their own slightly different ways. Unlike Jude Watson's Last of the Jedi series, I think Michael Reeves had more creative side characters. Now, you can say, well, Matt, that's unfair just to judge this as just a trilogy when there's another book out there that completes the story. What I will tell you is there was an obvious lacking at the end of this book. I remember I put it down and I put it on my shelf and I thought, what was that all about? Besides just the little story arc of, connecting all of Michael Reeves' other books, I really didn't see the point of that. Now, of course, I didn't know there was supposed to be a fourth one. No one knew until another one came out a few years ago. So you look at that trilogy as is, you think, that's it? That's how they're going to end this? He goes back to doing business as usual? Oh, well, I know I'm on the right path now, just to go back and help the next client that walks in the door. Seems anticlimactic a little bit. And of course, as we know, there are supposed to be more to come. But I'll save that for another time. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you next time.